Come on, come on, come on, come on. Jeez, taking forever. All right, we're here. We're here. We did it. We called it. It's a barn burner.
Well, the Vikings should have more points than they do. Let's just put that out there right away. But yeah, it's a lot of bend, don't break with these defenses. There's some encouraging things for the Vikings and some things that aren't so encouraging right now.
Yeah, but God, 7-6. We said it from the start that it was probably going to be kind of a dud of a game, low scoring. It's living up to that, but we got to there's some good things to talk about. Let's start off with some good. The Vikings are playing pretty well on offense. They're moving the ball on a pretty damn good defense, and they're continuing to pound the ball to Dalvin, even though he's not really doing much.
Yeah, it's weird. Dalvin's he's kind of tripping over. Looks like a couple just arm tackles getting him, in the legs or something. He's so close to just breaking one. But what's encouraging to me is the offensive line. I mean, Kirk Cousins has had tons of time to stay in the pocket. He's just dropping back and he's standing there and no one's even near him. So the O-line is playing great. Could maybe do a little bit better in the run game. You hate to see Tyler Conklin taking on Khalil Mack one-on-one. That's not great. But overall, the Vikings are moving the ball much better than I anticipated. Dalvin Cook is going about the way I figured, but I do think he will eventually bust a couple off if they stick with it here.
DJZ Haynes, Ohio, in the house. Yeah. Offensive line, a couple weeks ago, they actually started to play well. We were talking like, man, I really hope this isn't a fluke. But I think it's pretty safe to say that they are actually getting better and playing damn good. Kirk Cousins has not been sacked yet. I mean, we're going against Knicks or whoever in the middle. Big boy. It's hilarious. Him and Cook are getting into it. But we knew they were going to be an issue, and we're playing pretty good against them.
Playing damn good. You can't really, from an O-line standpoint, it's as good as you could have hoped for. Obviously, the turnovers what's keeping this game close right now. The Vikings could be up by quite a bit more. Kyle Rudolph, that was damn close. I think that could have been called either way. And then you got just Adam Thielen. I don't know what he was doing there. He instead of hand catching, he let it hit his nipples. Kind of a weird play there.
Doesn't matter. He made a hell of a catch. He can fumble it one more time, and I'll be all right with it.
I won't. But yeah, that was weird. To make the catch he did the first time on the touchdown, and then come back. I thought he caught it, and then all of a sudden Khalil Mack had it. It was just weird looking when it was live. But yeah, couple.
Well, he just flat out dropped that thing. That was tough to watch. Fantastic catch on his side. Justin Jefferson playing with some balls, playing with some grit. Awesome to see. Kyle Rudolph. I mean, what did it say? He last fumbled in like 2014. I mean,
first one he's ever lost. They said.
Is that really? I mean, good Lord, we could easily be up by 2 scores in this game. Chicago, every time they have the ball in their hands, Nick Foles looks like crap. We're actually getting some pressure on him. Hercules Mataafa playing.
Yeah.
Ever since they cut him and brought him back, he's playing with the fire up his butt.
He is. He's been a beast. Jalen Holmes has been pretty damn close. DJ Wanham getting pressure. And our boy Eric Wilson, he just kind of flicked Nick Foles like he was a booger, and he falls over. The thing I don't like about the defense, you can't allow Cordell Patterson to get 6 yards a pop. I don't know what's going on there, but every time they carry it or he carries it, it's like he's getting 4, 5, 6 yards. Not great, but maybe tighten that up a little bit in the second half and shut that down. Other than that, though, defense is playing all right.
Our defense is playing pretty good. Harrison Smith could have had second pick there. I'm getting a little greedy, but Kirk Cousins 14-16, touchdown, 132 yards. That pick was not his fault. Very efficient. Kind of what we've seen in the last couple of games. He's getting more yards, but they're doing a lot of dinking and dunking. They're going after Buster Screen, it seems like, every damn time. They're not trying to stretch the field a ton. They're just playing very, very safe. And so far, it's paid off because, like I said, they could easily have 21 points in this game if not for that fumble and that pick.
Well, and that's what you hope doesn't become the story of this game. Missed opportunities, blowing chances. There's a little bit of that kind of starting to develop, and maybe that's the Chicago curse, the Monday night curse that we're starting to see a little bit. Vikings just kind of a couple fluky turnovers here that's making this game a lot closer than it should be.
Yeah, Ed Guy Rocks makes a great point. The fact that we're letting them hang around is a little bit scary. They get the ball at halftime. It's not like we're being overly dominant, but that is very, very scary to let these guys hang around, especially with that defense in the second half.
Well, the Bears have been a second half team. I mean, look how they came back last week against Tennessee. So yeah, there's definitely some worry there. But and then the Vikings aren't like a team that I don't know if you can even say they're a team that can allow another team to hang around. Vikings try to hang around themselves. So I don't know if we're that dominating team that can even be in that position, really.
Just FYI, Venomous Nemesis is in the house.
Venomous, what's up, buddy? She's got a cold one in his hand.
I bet he's double fisted.
Yep.
Dalvin Cook, 14 carries in the first half. It's hard to see him getting another 30 carry game, but they got to keep pounding it to him. Maybe they get Madison more into the mix. Maybe they try to stretch the field a couple more times than they did in the first half. But I don't know. I'm not overly confident right now. I should be, but I'm not.
They take one deep shot.
Yeah, Thielen score.
Well, that wasn't that deep though. They're taking another one. They think overshot or something. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, keep pounding Delvin. Don't give up on that. I was wondering if he got a little dinged up there. They took him out. Madison came in. He kind of got tweaked a little bit on that one tackle, but he seems fine. But yeah, I don't know. You got to keep Khalil Mack contained. Get a couple guys on him. Of course, Akeem Hicks, who's just a beast. Try to double him as much as possible. But I think eventually Cook's going to bust a long one here, and that might be the difference in the game.
Yep. Keep giving him that yum right up the gut. We'll see what happens. Cordero Patterson was 7 for 25, 3.6 yards a carry. It seems like he was getting a lot more. Maybe it's because he's so lanky and weird looking when he as a running back. But Vikings pretty much dominated the first half. Total yards, passing yards, rushing yards was pretty much even. We had time of possession by 3 minutes and one penalty so far, Chicago.
Yeah, I was thinking that halfway through the first half that it was, God, has there been a penalty yet? But let's talk about one thing that we haven't touched on. Dan Chisena is supposed to be the special teams freak show. We keep him as an undrafted rookie, beating all guys we thought for sure would make the team, and he downs the punt with his ankles on the stripe. What the hell?
I'm starting to feel bad for the guy. I mean, Dan Chisena, he's that wasn't even close. It was a beautiful punt. It was very weird to watch. It was tough to watch. That's not his first little whoopsie he's had. For how fast he is, for the special teams guy that we kept, I'm expecting a lot more from this guy, and it has not happened. He's been in the right spot a couple times.
You see the look on Britton.
Really done the right thing.
The look on Britton Colquitt's face is like someone just told him his grandma was murdered.
I don't blame him. It was a beautiful punt. And yeah, Dan Chisena, not fantastic. Troy Dye, he got in there on that one pass too. It was great to see him in there making plays. He made a couple plays.
Yeah, he's starting to show a little something. So and he's due. All these rookies are stepping up, making plays. Dye was kind of the one who hadn't done it yet. Game 3 for him, and yeah, that's sweet to see Troy Dye showing up.
Yeah, it was funny. I was laughing to myself at the beginning of the game where the announcers were like giving love to the Vikings defensive line, like they're this force to be reckoned with. This Vikings defensive line to contain them. And I'm like, what the hell? Am I missing something?
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about.
I mean, it was nice to hear. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know what they've been watching.
I don't know. I just know one of the announcers sure knows how to make pasta. That was kind of embarrassing.
Could have been worse. It wasn't as embarrassing as Dan Chisena's punt coverage. Second half, what do they got to do to win this thing?
Pretty much just keep playing the way they're playing. Cut out the mistakes, cut out the turnovers, defensively tighten up against the run. Keep the pressure going. I think if the Vikings play cleaner, play the same way, but play cleaner, this game is theirs to be had.
Yeah, I would say keep the ball out of Chicago's hands, but the more Chicago has it, the better we do. Nick Foles is looking like crap. They're giving the ball up. But yeah, we just got to continue to play our game, continue to pound the ball to Dalvin, maybe try to bust them outside a little bit more. It seems they're like they like to just run right at Hicks just to see what happens, but he's bound to break one, throw a couple deep shots, but play it safe. If this game ends up 10-9, 13-6, whatever it is, so be it. But we just got to play it safe. We can't get too fancy. And I think the Vikings can hold it out.
Well, I think they should. It's just a question if they will. We'll see what happens. The forces are against us Monday night in Chicago, and every analyst picked the Vikings, which is never a good sign. I'm surprised it's this close when that happens. Usually just goes the way of the team that doesn't get picked.
Yeah, I do hope they get Madison more in the mix if he's good to go. Start pounding him the ball and see if we can get some tough yards, tough first downs. Konkadonk had a good catch. That was good to see. And hopefully let's get it to Rudy one more time. Let's get him to make up for that gross fumble.
Yeah, I think he's gonna redeem himself with one of those fancy back of the end zone catches he makes.
All right, final score prediction.
I'm gonna say Vikings 16-12.
16-12. Wow. All right.
Possible.
Carlos, I think it is. Carlos is going to be busy for the Bears. I'm going to say the Vikings win 13-9.
Oh my God.
13-9. Kind of a snoozer, but we get the dub. We'll see. But we will be back with a post-game wrap-up tomorrow. Tomorrow. I gotta think about this. I gotta sleep on this. We'll be back with plenty tomorrow. Believe that.
Well, let's hope that the game ends in a situation where we can sleep. If it's one of these last-minute heartbreaking losses, sleep won't come to me tonight.
Just take a couple shots of NyQuil, shotgun a couple beers. You'll sleep like a baby.